Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning with our global opportunity presentation. We're really excited to be here tonight with you to host this evening's opportunity. We are Lance and Tracey Smith from San Diego, California. And it's great to be here with you tonight.
Yeah, we're excited to be here. We appreciate all of you jumping on around the world. I know that this is being broadcast in, I think, 13 different countries or 14 different countries. And I know that there's those of you that are partners with us that we're excited to have you on, but there's some of you that are kicking the tires looking at this for the first time. And I want to welcome all of you here as well. Tell you a little bit of a quick story about us and why we're here, and then we'll get into the details of what we're doing. As Tracy and I mentioned, or Tracy mentioned, that we live in San Diego, California. I went to work as soon as I was old enough because I was a trust fund baby. I was one of 6 kids. My dad was a teacher, and he trusted that I would go out there and take care of myself. And so I went to work as soon as I possibly could. Went to work at a retail store, worked my way up to one of the youngest managers in that company. And the new cashier showed up one day at college co-ed. That's where I met Tracy. And we fell in love, made her a lot of promises that if she married me one day, we'd have this great life. And then if some of you have gone through this, it was a first for me, but I got a letter in the mail one day that says, "We regret to inform you, but 16,000 of you are losing your job next month. But if you stick around, we'll give you a severance bonus for all the years you put in." And so I stuck around for another 4 or 5 months, and I got a severance check that was about this. I think it lasted 2 months before we used it up on our expenses. And I realized really quickly that didn't want to put my hands or put my financial future in the hands of somebody else. And so I went to work for a lumber company after that. At this lumber company, it was a local store here in San Diego where they have, I think, 13 different stores. And the owner had 7 sons. And I was up for my first promotion. It was me against one of his sons. And you can guess who got the promotion. It wasn't me. Along the way, Tracy and I got married, and we were doing okay. But, we weren't paying the bills the way we should. And so I got a letter in the mail one day that says, "You're approved." I filled it out. And next thing I know, I started to get in debt. And it was a very tough at the beginning. And if any of you have ever gone through financial struggles, it's hard to believe a dream. It's hard to live an amazing life when you're living a nightmare. And financially, it was tough. Our jobs really weren't tough. We weren't getting paid what we thought we deserved. And for me, the turning point was I came home one day, and Tracy had the day off, and creditors had been calling her all day long. And she looked at me and she said, "Lance, this isn't what you promised. This isn't what we were supposed to be doing at this point in life." And she said, "What are you going to do?" And I said, "I don't know, but I'm going to do something." And I spent the next 6 months looking at everything. I looked at laundromats. I looked at golf course driving ranges. I looked at, car washes. I looked at franchising. I wanted to have something where I could have more control over my life, where I could get paid what I thought I deserved. I could have, I didn't have somebody else that was in control of what I was doing in my time. And so as I went down that pathway, I had lots of dreams of what we wanted to do, but the problem was all those cost a lot of money. And so for me, I was very frustrated. I couldn't find exactly what I wanted to do. And then as fate would have it, someone invited me to see a presentation like I'm going to share with you here in a minute. And I got to be honest with you, when I saw this originally, I was in looking mode. I was at a point where I knew I had to do something. And where some people will look at these ideas and they'll kind of discount them very quickly, I didn't do that, because what I was doing is I was doing my homework. And this checked off all of the boxes that I was looking for. When I first saw this, there were certain things I wanted, and there was really 3 pillars or 3 reasons why I got involved. The first was I realized that I could work when I want. I wanted to have a business that I could own where I want. Then this is besides, I looked at the idea, it was a couple $1,000, and compared to franchises and everything else I saw, this was a deal. But I thought, man, if I could work when I want, how cool would that be to be able to design my life and be able to schedule it, to be able to spend time with my family and my friends. And, it's interesting, over the years, I've talked to lots of people who say that money is not the most important thing in their life. And I agree with that. Yet they spend 8, 10, 12 hours a day making money. And I want to be able to design my life. And so working when I wanted to work was a big deal for me. I wanted to work where I wanted to work, and that was a cool thing that I saw with this opportunity, and with technology has changed today. Right now I'm actually working in my dining room, but we're being broadcast to 14 different countries, and I could be at our place down in Cabo. I could be at my fish camp. I could be anywhere traveling around the world and still have the ability to be able to work where I want to work. And the third thing is I wanted to work with who I wanted to work. And if any of you know, working in a workforce, you're going to have some coworkers that you really enjoy. And then you're going to have coworkers that you don't enjoy. And I had working in retail, I had quite a few people that it's like, I want to work with the people I want to work with. I don't want the drama. And at this point in my life, certainly, I love the fact that I get to choose who we want to work with. And as we're launching this new company, that's certainly one of the things that moved us. And so with that, that's what led me to this idea. And I'm going to go through this. Let me go ahead and talk a little bit about what we're doing right here. over the last couple of years has been probably one of the craziest times in our history. You know, we've been in this industry for about 30 years full time. We absolutely love what it is we do. And I've watched the last 3 years really change people. It's put people on their heels. A lot of people that were doing very well 3 years ago haven't done real well. A lot of you have probably had your life disrupted, you know. For the last couple of years, we'd go out there and share this idea. But again, it's hard to believe a dream when you're living a nightmare. And for a lot of people, we worried about our businesses. We worried about our jobs. We worried about our kids. You know, all of our world was flipped upside down. And there was a couple of lessons that all of us learned that created this entrepreneurial movement that's going on right now. At first was this, is everyone has come to a realization that nobody's going to come save you. They're not going to save us. You know, I remember getting my a check from the government, and I don't even think it covered my electric bill. You know, and so nobody's going to come for you. You've got to be in control of your financial future. That was the first thing. The second thing is people realize that there is no such thing as having a secure job. You know, it used to be years ago that to have, you know, to try something different on the side was risky, but the new risky now is actually putting all of your eggs in one basket and relying on one income to take care of you. There's so many of my friends and people that I know that have lost their jobs over the last few years, and that was their only source of income. And because of that, they lost their house, they had to move, they had a lot of things happen in their life. And so there really is no security. The next thing we learned is that you have to have multiple income streams. I mean, that's a must in today's society. If you want to, you know, the only security you'll ever have is your own ability to perform. And I have one of my favorite quotes is, a bird doesn't worry about a branch breaking because it has confidence in its wings. And there's so many people that rely on a job. That's their security. That's their only way of making money. And because that has put them in fear, it's put them in frustration, you know, and they don't have control. And so we have to have and if you don't do what we're sharing with you, find something, but you've got to have multiple streams of income if you really want to have the life that you desire. And the other thing we learned is that people can actually make money from home, and there's more opportunity now than we've ever seen before. And so with all of that, let me just go ahead and slide into our opportunity with 3. Our story 3 is a global community of entrepreneurs that all got together over this time frame, over the last few years. We've gathered up. We've all got a history that's come along. And over the last couple of months, we've put together really what I believe is the best opportunity I have ever seen in this space. It was based on 3 platforms or 3 pillars. The first was that it's people, you know, in our industry. I love our industry. It's a perfect one until you throw people in it. And then it's like any other industry. You know, there's a lot of hype. There's a lot of people that are selling it for something for nothing. But we realize that the number one asset that we have in our industry is the people. Because what makes our business is the people that join us, the different stories that they hear. And I think, you know, for Tracey and I, that's one of the greatest things that we love about what we do is to get a chance to be around people that want to do better. They want to improve their lives, and they want to improve people around them. And our pillar that was the foundation of 3 is that this is always going to be about the people. The second pillar is about the purpose, to be able to build something that's greater than yourself. You know, for Tracey and I, we've been blessed by this industry. We've had years where we've been able to wake up when we want to wake up and travel when we want to travel. And I feel like at this point in my life, we've learned how to hit home runs, and we could hit them. And now it's the World Series, and we get a chance to pass that on to the next generation. And to be able to have something, if you ever look at people who are depressed or people who are sad, you know, you get them, go ahead and get them committed to a cause that's greater than themselves, and that lifts everyone out. And that's certainly something that we want to do. We want to change the world over the next few years. There's a lot of people out there that have given up hope, that are home crying tonight. They're praying for something else. And we believe this platform and what the people we're involved with have the ability to change that. And so our purpose is to create something greater than ourselves. And finally, we wanted a world-class platform, a platform that will allow an opportunity that has science, that has incredible products that can make a difference to people health-wise from a financial standpoint. Because I don't know about you, but there's a lot of people I meet every single day that would love to look better, that love to feel better, that love to make more money. And we have created a platform that has done all 3 of those things. And so we're very excited about where we're headed. This is Daniel Pacu. He is our CEO and the founder of this company. He has been in the entrepreneur or leader in the business space for over 20 years. He's been in our space for over 6 years. He's built some very successful businesses. And when I had a chance to meet him, we have a unique perspective because we've worked with $3 billion companies in over the last 30 years. And I've worked with executives. I've worked with field leaders. And Daniel, when we met him, I'll tell you, at 40-something years old, his energy, his excitement, his passion for building $1 billion brand, his drive to make the world a better place, to be able to empower people and to, he's one of these guys that really is just a extremely smart. He's wicked smart, and he's got the ambition. And I could tell right off the bat from the time we met, Tracy's the best, probably the best filter as far as finding people. And she said, yeah, I really like this guy, Daniel, and to be in business with him today and be ready to launch a new company. I couldn't tell you, we are extremely excited to be part of it. And he's put together an amazing staff and corporate team, and we're very excited about moving forward with him. And so, yeah, we want to have a platform that empowers people. And one of the things that's very cool about this this concept of three, or this movement of three, is that we decided to go international. There's a lot of us that have come to the table that have built businesses in literally over 100 different countries. And when we talked to Daniel and three was put together and all the leaders came together, we said, we've got to do this internationally. And I can tell you, it really is a superhuman feat to get to a point where they can put together, over a dozen countries from the very beginning. And again, we're in the pre-phase mode or the pre-launch mode. And to be able to be shipping to over a dozen companies from the very beginning before even launch is unheard of. And so really, we're going to build this into a global opportunity and have it in a dozen or more countries, as small as we'll ever be. We'll move from there. And we're very excited to see where that's going to go. And so let me talk a little bit about the science. And then I'm going to turn you over to Tracey, where she can talk a little bit more about the products. One of the things I liked about this is the science behind this. So we have a gentleman named Dr. Dan that Tracey will talk about in a minute. But there's some pillars that they're on. They're exploring different ingredients from around the world. They're looking at different formulas. They're looking at different types of curation of what your body needs and the benefits of these different phytonutrients that are out there. And not only that, they want to have something that's going to have an absorption, because it's really not a matter of what you take in, it's a matter of what you absorb that makes a difference for you. And so again, this isn't my strong point, so I'm going to turn over to Tracey and let her take it from here.
Great. So this is Dr. Dan Gubler. We call him Dr. Dan. He is the nicest doctor you've ever met. I'll promise you that. He has 15 years of cellular absorption, which is absolutely amazing. We'll talk about that with some of our products. Formulated over 70 nutritional supplements, 16 patents, Caltech trained. If you know anything about the training that these guys go through, Caltech is the absolute best. PhD. This guy is smart, but you know what? He can bring the nutrition down to the common person like me can understand it. So he is a health influencer. You will find this guy on TikTok, on Instagram. He has a great big smile, and he doesn't just talk about our products. He talks about the whole, what the earth has to offer in nature and how it benefits you. So this is Dr. Dan. He's amazing. Dr. Dan has also produced all videos on all of our products that are very, very incredible. This is our scientific advisory board. These guys donate their time. They volunteer. And I asked why, and they said because they wanted to be part of a brand ambassador movement, just like we are. So these guys are all actually building with the product. So that's pretty incredible to know that. These are our three product line. There's 6 products of 3 of wellness. And let's go through these really quick, because we have videos on all of this information just at our fingertips that we can share with you. This is Vitalite, and it's a basic nutritional foundation, and it's a wonderful supplement. You take 1 pack a day. It looks like this. They're easy to swallow. I wanted to tell you that. I've had vitamins that, boy, you're like, can't they crush these things down because they're so big? Or no after taste, or the, like if you burp, you're having alfalfa. You don't have any of that with Vitalite. It's a wonderful supplement. No caffeine in this product, but you will feel a burst of energy. And you'll think, what the heck is that? And it's the nutrition. And so we have information that we can send if you're interested in Vitalite. This, I have to say, is one of my favorite products. I have never taken collagen, knew nothing about it. I knew it was big on the market, but I didn't know what to take, where to take, or how to find it. Collagen is amazing. It is something that you take. And so this works from the inside out. And I have to tell you, my results with collagen have been incredible. I want to tell you really quick, because we have a slide that says this, but there's 4 differences that set us apart in the collagen category. Number 1 is hydrolyzed and micronized. That allows cellular absorption. The molecules in collagen are quite large, and your body can't break them down to get into the cells, but we had a way of micronizing those so that you feel the full effect. So that's why we're having such good results. 2, contains an acid from pomegranates. And the pomegranates turn your cells to actually activate your own body to produce collagen again. So I thought that was so cool, because I thought, I'm going to take this every day. But really, the collagen comes in a 10-packet box, and you need once a month. So every 20 days, you start taking 10 days again. And I have to tell you, I absolutely love 3. We have a product in here that's hydrologized that, see, I'm not medical, so I don't know these words, that has keratin. We know keratin goes to your skin, your hair, and your nails. And you won't believe it. I mean, even your eyelashes grow. It's absolutely amazing. And the 4th, hyaluronic acid, that keeps your skin hydrated. It actually prevents transepidermal water loss. So you'll see some people might say, well, I think collagen is drying out. Not ours. Collagen doesn't do that for us because they covered all those bases for us. So that's our collagen product. Eternal is amazing. Look at that, 200 milligrams of highly bioavailable resveratrol. What I love about this product is that it also includes 10 plus fruits. And it also, because it's in a packet like this, you're not opening and closing a resveratrol product. So actually, you have an unoxidated package. So as soon as you open it, it's fresh and ready to take. So I am so excited about Eternal. We have that information we can send you. The next is Revive. Revive supports healthy joints. This is really good for anti-inflammatory. And so if you have soreness, maybe after a workout, that's something that you'll want to be able to take. It actually has a natural ibuprofen effect in Revive. And so think about that. It's a natural product. I love that kind of stuff. The next is Purify. Purify detoxifies 1 capsule a day, cleanse 5 organs. I didn't even know you could do that. It even has, it'll even cleanse the lungs. I thought, are you kidding me? So amazing. And a lot of people ask me, how do you take that if you want a full detox? I talked to Dr. Dan, and he said that you could actually take 4 one day, 3 one day, 2 one day, and then 1, and you will have that detox effect if you're just trying to jumpstart your body. So an amazing product. Last product is called Immune. And Immune can be 2 capsules a day, an amazing product. 80% of the immune system is in the gut. And so this immune product actually goes in there and builds up your immunity. And boy, don't we all need that right now? You know, I have, I'm going to have 5 grandchildren. Can you believe it? Right now I have 3. I know. But boy, they come over with snotty noses and they want to kiss me and I can't say no. So I'm a very big fan of Immune. See, I got a full bottle right here. So anyway, that's our product line. It's wonderful. These are all our 3 products, but I do want to mention we are in the physician's desk reference, commonly known now as the physician's digital reference, which is a big deal. You can't pay to get into the digital reference. And I want to say that. So these supplements, which is hard to get a supplement into that physician's desk reference, that's that, and not even being a launch product line yet.
Yep. Have 06 is amazing.
That's a lot. That makes our products very legit. Oh, he went too fast. So our approach to proactive wellness, you kind of want to think about it this way, like a house, right? Eternal's our roof, and it's a wonderful product. Again, it's a liquid, I want to say liquid collagen product because it is. It has collagen in it too. I love it. Resveratrol. So that's our roof. We have Revive, which is here. And what that is it supports the structure, right? Or not, it's the face, right? The facial part. We have collagen, which is the support, and it brings back all the support, right? No sagging skin. We have Vitality, which is your foundation. Wonderful product. I'm telling you, if you're not taking this nutritional product, you're missing something. And we have Immune, which is our fence and our dog to keep all the bad things out. But of course, we have Purify too, which is the trash because you got to keep the house clean, right? That's right. So that's our product line, Lance.
All right. Thanks. Appreciate that. It's amazing. We've had the products for about 3 weeks and we've had hundreds of people on our team. And it really, we have a new job, and our job is listening to people give us testimonials of what these products are doing. And we don't claim to cure or mitigate any diseases, that sort of thing. But it's amazing when you get the right nutrition in your body, what it does and how it operates. And we've noticed an absolute difference for us. And I know a lot of people have seen the same thing. And so I want to shift gears. I want to go to the financial side of this thing. There's 2 parts of our opportunity. One is obviously the proactive wellness side. And these guys that be, at 3, the team over there, Dr. Dan, Daniel, they'll put together some incredible products. And all you have to do is just go out there and click on the website that the person that invited you has. There's videos on all the different products. And we don't claim to be the experts at this thing, but just because we're not the expert means you don't have to be the expert either. There's certain people that we're partnered with that can carry that load. And what I want to do is I want to talk about the financial side, about what it is we do. From when I saw this industry, I said, okay, great, there's some good products, but look, how do I make money with this? And so we're going to shift gears into that. And I'll tell you, coming from a retail space, when you typically would have a product or service for us for years, they'd come into a store, and if you move it through a store, when you walk into a grocery store or a Target or any type of a store and you buy a product, let's say this is on the shelf, you're paying for the building, you're paying for the employees, you're paying for the insurance, you're paying for all the taxes, you're paying for all the overhead that goes along with that. Years ago, it was figured out that you can actually bypass the store and shoot things out directly. And what that does is that gives you a profit to send out to other folks. And so what we do is we take this idea of this opportunity and these products, and we go share it with other people. And that's really what we've done for our career for the last 35 years. And what we'll do is we'll share with them the products, and we share with the opportunity. And I'll tell you, after doing this for that long, there's really 1 of 3 responses I get. The first response I get is somebody looks at it and says, you know what, this isn't for me. And that's okay. Ironically, I'm here explaining this, but I'll be the first to say that what we do isn't for everyone. If somebody gets involved and I talk them into doing this and they don't want to do it, they're going to get involved. They're not going to do volume, and they're not going to feel better. They're not going to make income, and we're not going to make income. And it's going to waste their time, and it's going to waste my time as well. And so there's very few people. We get almost everyone we talk to is jumping in, but there are a few of them I'm kind of surprised when they do. They say, hey, I'm not interested in either part of it. The second type of person looks and says, you know what, I'd like to try it. I'd like to try the products. I would like to see if I get results. I'd like to see if I see a difference. And we have a lot of people that have done that. There's a lot of people that have joined us over here, 3 that are actually buying the products from us as either retail customers or preferred customers. I'll talk about that in a minute. And we really are grateful to have them be part of it and to experience the products the same way that we are. The third type of person comes along and says, you know what, I'd like to create an income with that. And that's what I'd like to spend the next 5 minutes talking about, because that's really why I got involved in the industry and why we've spent the last 30 years, because of what the rewards that this opportunity can give. With 3, we've actually got a new generation binary compensation plan. It's non-flashing. It's one of the best ones I have ever seen in the industry. We watched this come together. And what's great is wisdom comes with time. And after a lot of years of seeing the things that in our industry that maybe weren't working as well, we were able to come together with a bunch of leaders that have got a great experience and put together, I believe, one of the greatest compensation plans that's ever been created. The first way of creating income is a retail commission. And the first few are just kind of immediate incomes that come from doing just the normal things. And I will tell you, it's funny. I had someone the other day that came over. It was probably a week and a half ago that I showed them this opportunity. They're getting on the products, but they made the comment to me, I don't know if I'd really want to make money with this because I don't want to go sell products to my friend. And ironically, this guy has been on Facebook for the last 6 months. He's lost about 45 pounds. He's always going ahead and talking about a local store down here and what whey supplements he's using. And I said, man, you've been doing that for the last 6 months. How much money in weight loss products do you think you've moved in 6 months that you didn't get paid for? And he said, oh, man, I've moved a lot. And I said, well, what we're doing is we're monetizing that over here. If you have something and you feel better and you look better and you can post it on social media, you can create a profit from that. And I watched, Tracey, she got her products, or we got our products about 3 weeks ago. She put one before and after picture and has moved thousands of dollars in products just by showing the difference that it made for her.
I can't help it. I'm just so excited about it. To find products that really work. Oh my gosh. She's
an absolute machine at it. And I'm grateful for it.
That's true.
So we're going to get in North America only, you get a 25% markup. We get to have a wholesale price. If they go to your website, they'll have a markup of 25% and you get the commission that's paid the next day. The second way of making money is as a preferred customer. For $30, someone like Tracy's mom, who's going to buy the product on a regular basis, she can actually get it at wholesale cost. And because of that, she gets a discount off the 25% retail markup. And from that, we get 30% of the commissional volume back, right after the order is placed. And so it's kind of a win-win where they can get stuff at a discount and we get a smaller cut from that. But there is the income that goes along with it, which is the preferred customer bonus. The next one is the product information or product introduction bonus. And this product introduction bonus comes by talking to people who decide that they want to jump on board and actually, try the products in a bigger way or actually become a builder in this. And these intro packs we'll talk about in a minute range from $200 up to just under $2,000. And there's a commission that goes along with that if somebody gets it and buys this larger packs. And that's the product introduction bonus, or the PIB. The next one is the team commissions, which are paid weekly. And this is really where we get to more of the residual type income. It's a global seamless plan. As I mentioned, it goes in 14 different countries as we sit right now. You can earn infinitely deep commissionable volume. And it's for qualified brain ambassadors above that are on 60 CV. And so basically, here's the way this works. And this is where I like the team aspect of it, because, in this, we've worked with leaders for years. And as you build a leadership team, this type of a compensation plan, as you share this idea, again, you're going to pick up people who aren't going to get involved. You're going to pick up people you're going to get people who don't get involved. You're going to pick up people who just want to become a customer. But as people that want to build this come on board, you're going to start to build this and drive this out. So you're going to talk to a handful of people. Maybe a couple of them say no, a couple become customers. And then maybe you sponsor a couple of people on your right and left. And so the way that we do it, we build teams. You've got two teams that you're going to work. You're going to work a left team and a right team. And everyone that you put in is going to go down that left or that right leg, which is fantastic. Now, the benefit is this. In this example right here, if your sponsor puts you in their left team, then everything that they put in their left team becomes spillover for you, which means you're going to actually be able to leverage the efforts of not only your own self, but the people that got you involved and the people below you. And this is a really powerful concept once you grasp this. And you realize that the people who partnered with you are really going to help you develop your business and drive this down in depth. And that spillover volume is amazing. And as that volume starts to build itself out, what ends up happening is you hit something called a cycle. And the cycle comes when you do 600 commissional volume on one side and 300 on the other side. From that, you'll cycle. And when you cycle, you get $35. And we've actually taken it a step further, where if you've got out there and built a business where you've got 10 customers or distributors or a combination thereof that are doing somewhere around 1,000 CV a month or more, or in a 4-week rolling period, they're going to take the cycles from $35 a cycle up to $45 a cycle, which is amazing as this builds itself out. Now, these do cap at 500 cycles, is what the traditionally does. But if you've got your happy 10, you can do 600 cycles. And so 600 cycles at 45, I don't know if you've got a calculator in front of you, but that's a lot of money right there that can come in. So the potential on the table is just outstanding. And we've watched just in the very beginning of this, people that have been able to hit the max of this comp plan, and moving forward, it's going to be very, very exciting over the next couple of years. And so that's the team commissions. The next phase is the one that I really get excited about. It's the leadership matching bonus. And the reason why I like this one so much is it's, I was never involved in real estate. You're going to hear from somebody in real estate in a few minutes. I was never in real estate, but I always thought if I was going to be in real estate, I'd like to be a broker, because a realtor itself, their income, they if they're good, they can do real well, but their income is dependent strictly on what it is they sell or don't sell. Their income will fluctuate based on the volume that they move, whereas a broker can work with, a handful of people up to hundreds of people, and they get a small percentage by helping other realtors create an income. And what the leadership matching bonus does is exactly the same thing. But what's cool about this is rather than actually taking part of somebody else's commission, the company pays you outside of that for you helping make people money. And so the better you get at helping other people make money, the better the commission coming from the company, the better they reward you and compensate you for those efforts. And so when you go ahead and sponsor somebody who gets involved, and let's say they make $100 on their team commissions, from that, you're going to get 20%, or you're going to get $20. And that's going to move forward every time they go ahead and do that. And as the volume goes up, go back. Oops, sorry, I went back too far. As their cycling goes up, that income goes up. So if they get to the point where they're making, let's say they're making $1,000 a month on cycles, from that you'll make $200 a month on cycles. If somebody is making $10,000 a month on the cycle on their team commissions, from that you're going to make $2,000 a month, and you can go up to $100,000 and go from there. And they've even incentivized the first level that if you go out there and do the happy 10, you can make 30%. And so if you've got somebody who's making $10,000 a month on their team commissions, you have the ability for that first generation to make up to $3,000 a month from that, which is just outstanding for them to pay you for helping somebody else make that type of income. And I got to be honest, when I first saw this, I looked at the people who showed this to me and I says, you mean to tell me that you help me make money, and when I make money, you're going to come down and you're going to help me. I don't have to pay you, and you're going to help me make money. And they said, yeah. And I said, okay, go ahead. And they did. And it was kind of cool to watch. And as this develops itself out, these team commissions can go down to the next level, the second generation. The third generation is 10, second generation is 15%. The third generation is 10%. As you get a bigger organization, you qualify to have deeper, all the way down to 7 generations in depth. And again, it's extremely rewarding to be able to spend your life going out there helping other people create an income, so that creating an income by helping other people make more money. The last couple incomes is the global leadership pool. And as we build and expand internationally, this is going to be amazing. This is 3%. The global CV, and it's paid out on a weekly basis, which is fantastic. We also have a founders pool for the people who get involved at the beginning and are part of the founders putting this thing together, which is a 2% global pool. And you can see the qualifications here. And again, I'm talking fast because I'm running out of time, but you can see the compensation plan in the back office, and you can do your homework there. And we also have some rank advancement bonuses that are one-time bonuses that come out originally in the form of reward certificates where you can get free volume. From there, it comes where you get more products that are commissionable that you get paid on. And on some of the bigger ones, you get an actual check for hitting those ranks, which is pretty exciting. And so really, there's 3 ways to get started. You can get started as a retail customer. We talked about that, a preferred customer, or become a distributor or a brand ambassador. And that's certainly what we recommend. We made the decision to do that years ago based on being able to work where we wanted to work, when we wanted to work, with who we wanted to work. And that decision alone absolutely changed our life. And so Tracey's going to hit the packs real quick, and then we'll wrap things up.
Awesome. So we do have some packages. What's so good about the packages is you'll get a little bit more product than you would if you were to buy them each. And so there's a discount in the packages. We have the first one called an intro pack, starts at $200. You can see that you get the 3 products that are phenomenal. You get the premium pack for $600, a little bit more product. But then we get serious when we get to the business builder pack. This has enough product that you can share. And what's so incredible about sharing the product is that people actually get the chance to see the difference. You take a collagen and in 4 days, just 4 packets, they actually can see a difference between before and after. So business builder pack, what I would choose, and with anyone that's serious about a business, they really should go for the founders pack. And I know it's $1,900 and $1,960, almost $2,000, but it's so important because you get so much product that you'll be able to not only try it yourself, but to sample it out. And you can get people involved with the founders pack that actually can get started right away, because you have enough product where you can lend them some product. And then when they get their founders pack, they can replace your product. That's what we suggest that you do. So, when someone, I say, when someone's puckered up, kiss them, So if someone wants to build a business and they want to start right now and they're excited and you don't have anything, it's like, well, what the heck? You're not committed, And so the founders pack I found to be such an incredible deal. And you may talk to a tax person because sampling may be something that you can benefit tax-wise.
Yeah, it is fantastic. It's a limited time only. Again, it's 2% of the global CV pool for life. Globally. So it is amazing. I certainly recommend that. Yes. And so we kind of hit these packs. And get with the person that invited you. They can talk specifically about that. But I will tell you what, we have got an amazing team. I'm skipping through these last slides fairly quick. This is absolutely a global movement. And from a timing standpoint, I got to tell you, we've done this for a long time. We've been with $3 billion companies. Each one of them, we joined in the stability phase. And so we didn't see a lot of massive momentum. We weren't involved at the very beginning. Certainly a lot of the bugs were worked out. But we really didn't see the massive growth of some of the folks that really have the foresight to have the first movers advantage and get involved in something new. And I will tell you that if you were to pick to do this industry, I know I talked to somebody brand new the other day and I was just shaking my head. I said, this is absolutely the right time in history to do this. Everyone out there right now is looking for ways of making money. Everyone realizes that they've got to have something else. And so from a timing standpoint, it couldn't be better. People want to look better. They want to feel better, and they want to make more money. I mean, every single person you talk to is looking for those categories, and we solve all 3 of those. The second thing I was going to mention is that it is the right, it's the right company. It's the right company to get involved with. I've done my homework. We've put this together. We've got the right people in the right places. We're building a legacy company. We don't want to do the hype. We're not telling people this is something for nothing. This will take effort and it will take time, but we want something that's going to last. And this foundation that we've put the last few months in place, this is going to be a legacy company. It's going to be $1 billion company that are going to be talked about from years. And you have the chance to become a founder of that in the formulation stage of this company. We literally aren't launching until May. And I certainly recommend that you come out to that, to our event in Salt Lake and the one in Hong Kong that we're going to have in June to really kick this thing off. And I will say that the last thing is it's the right people in the right places. We are partnered with dozens and dozens of people who have got years of experience. I mean, literally, if you take the top 20 or 30 leaders that are over here, there's probably 1,000+ years of experience combined. I would say they've done somewhere over $7, $8, $9 billion, $10 billion in total sales over the last 15 or 20 years. And I bring the level down, but the rest of these people are really, really sharp. And really, we want to do this right. We want to have a legacy company where we can pass the baton and we can help a lot of people really achieve their dreams and goals. And that's what we're doing here at 3. That's the reason why we're here. That's the reason why we're still running. And that's the reason why we're excited today. And so here's where you plug in. You can type in these different locations, maybe screenshot this and come connect with us. Certainly get your information from the person who gave you the link to tonight, and take a look at Dr. Dan, take a look at the science, look at the compensation plan. And then really, if you're serious, think about coming and joining us in May out in Salt Lake City to our first launch event. There's only one chance at the first launch, and we've got it coming, and we'd love to see you there. And so with that, I'm going to go ahead and turn it back over to Tracey. We've got a couple other people we're going to introduce real quick. And so.
Yeah, and I want to tell you, I said in 2023, the New Year's resolution, it's always been, the number one resolution has always been to lose weight until this year. And this year it was talking about having to make more money. Can you believe that? First time ever. So with that, I wanted to introduce you to someone. His name is Dr. Curtis. He's a medical doctor out of Arizona. He is does emergency medicine, is that right? And you have a home-based health care clinic or something. You tell us why. Why 3? Why 3, Dr. Curtis?
Sure, absolutely. Well, good evening and good morning to those of you joining us from across the globe where the day is just beginning. And thank you for having me. And I'm actually coming to you from a hotel room in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I don't live here, but I actually grew up in Wisconsin, in America's Dairyland. But I actually live in Arizona, so I'm about 1,400 miles from home right now. But I do this because I travel for work. But my name is Dr. Dale Curtis, and I'm an emergency room physician by training. I did a residency in emergency medicine in Atlanta at Emory University it's almost going on 30 years. I did it in the late 90s. And before that, I actually had spent time in 5 years as a flight surgeon and a battalion surgeon in the U.S. Navy. So I got to spend some time with the Marine Corps doing that, and actually spent time on a carrier and doing some flights off the carrier in an F-18 unit. So that was part of the exciting part of my youth. But after I finished my residency, I did move to Sacramento from Atlanta and spent about 20 years in emergency medicine, kind of on the front lines in both California and in Arizona. Had a great run, but then in 2020, I decided, I needed to do something different. So I decided to leave emergency medicine in 2020, and I joined a company that I currently work for that does home-based healthcare. Mm-hmm. We actually go out and see people in their homes. It's fairly similar to the European models where people actually are at home and people come and take care of them at home, and they don't necessarily have to go out and see a provider. And in doing so, what we do is we work with their primary care providers and we work with their specialists, all in an effort to keep them out of the emergency room, out of the urgent care, out of the hospital, and basically out of long-term care. And so in doing so, we basically we work with these people on a daily basis.
I heard your background, and it's amazing to have you on here. So why 3? You got this incredible background. Why here? What's so special about 3?
Well, when I see my patients, I see these patients that, a lot of times these are people with complex medical problems, and they've made some decisions either to delay or to kind of dismiss their own health care, their own wellness and health. And in doing so, the decisions that they make affect their own health and their family's health. And so as a physician, I think that one of the things that you can do is make fairly simple choices. Simple choices that can actually affect your entire health and wellness. And I think one of the things that 3 does, and I'm a ardent believer myself because I'm taking the product myself. I feel better, I sleep better, I have more energy, I think more clearly, actually, since being on it for about a month and a half now, that we've had it. And I think that can actually translate into the people that I take care of myself. And I think, again, it's not that difficult of a choice just to take a product once a day, and to then have the health and wellness benefits of that. Again, that's really one of the reasons I became a physician, is to make sure that people can actually improve their own health care. And in doing so, I think that one of the things that we, again, can do is make a simple choice, and taking the products from 3, I think, are a fairly simple choice. I've actually met Dr. Dan Gubler, and I see that he has put so much time and effort and intelligence into it, that I'm passionate about the products myself, and the fact that they're now listed in the PDR, I think, is amazing. The PDR was this big blue or red book that used to come every year in the mail. As physicians, we used to get it, but as you said, it's now all digital. But the fact that it's listed there, I think, is actually a bonus, and a real.
It's amazing.
Thank you so much, Dr. Curtis. We really appreciate your time tonight.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
So we're going to go over to San Francisco to see Mary Tay. And Mary Tay is very famous, aren't you, Mary Tay? I know, because Samson told me. Can I give a little brief overview? She has celebrity clients, so that's very cool. Been in business for 50 years or plus, he thinks. She is a skincare expert. So, boy, you're very credible into this area of 3. So why 3, Mary?
It's the people. Just listening to Dr. Curtis, I think it's a people thing for him too. He cares about people. I love people. I'm a professional service provider for a long time, and I learned the profession was just a tool that was given to me to reach people. And I've been so lucky to have met Kim and Samson 13 years ago. Actually, totally by accident. I didn't understand the business, but I wanted the product that their company was selling. And but then I see so many changes. I make new friends when I attend the conferences. Attending conferences are really important in this. You make it real for yourself. And we became friends because I wanted to get to know them better. How do they change so many lives? And being in business for myself, everything depends on me. And it's a little lonely sometimes. You have staff, but that's different. They're not really partners. That is really helping. They have to think for themselves too, but it's just different. And in this business, everybody helps everybody, wants everybody to succeed. And I saw that culture that Kim and Samson had, and met people that moved up in the rank and that life are changed. I had to learn about that. How do they do that? So in order to learn that, I learned I had to humble myself. You think that you've been a successful business person, that you can do everything. This is a business that is very much you need to surrender and be open to transform yourself to really be able to help other people that you have never seen. And I'm in 3 for the people. There's a lot more people out there to reach out to. I love my clients and I will not leave them, but there's so many more people. And what is wonderful about this business, it doesn't discriminate you, what title you have, what family you come from, what color is your skin. It doesn't matter. And on top of it, you don't even need to have a lot of money either. You can start with so little and have such a huge opportunity. Which business can give you that? Yeah. Even a coffee shop cannot do that. So this is why I'm in 3. It's for the people. I love people, and I hope to make a lot more new friends and meeting all of you too.
We love you, Mary.
Already. Thank you.
to conclude this, we wanted to save a really amazing couple from Iowa. And I want to tell you, they're an incredible couple. They own restaurant for over 15 years, lots of real estate. And I know they're going to tell you a little bit about that. But what I'm amazed at is 7 children, ages 28 to 3. I have a 3-year-old grandson. I don't know how you do it. So tell us. Why 3?
Yes, thank you so much, and great job. Thank you so much, Mary and Dr. Curtis, for sharing. We're over here from Clarinda, Iowa, just the Midwest, the heart of the Midwest here. And Joe, my name is Emily Akers, and this is Joe, my husband, and he's going to give a little bit of our background.
So we met about 20 years ago, and we've always been entrenched in business. Real estate has always been a passion. And like you said, 15 years ago, we bought the restaurant. So we ran it together. And then like right now we're building a commercial laundromat here in town. And that's going to hopefully open in 2 to 3 weeks. We're kind of hoping. So background wise, I was in the car business for over 20 years as a partner in a GM Chrysler store, and kind of cut my teeth there. Emily was hard coming through the college ranks and education. So but right now we've got about 45 properties, and then like I say, the laundromat hopefully opening up here in a couple, 2-3 weeks. So yeah, we keep busy.
I don't know if you guys can tell, but Joe gets just a little bit angst when he's publicly speaking. So I know that if he starts to talk about the kids, there will be tears. So I'm gonna cut to the chase if you couldn't hear that. And so I'll take it over from here because I'm not afraid to speak. No one can notice that. And I feel like Samson already gave these hints. I don't know if anybody in my upline said Emily likes to talk. So he kept saying, keep it tight, Emily, keep it tight. So I'm going to try to honor that as best as I can. We do have the children ranging from 28 to 3. And, there was an older set of children whenever Joe and I met. And so he's a little bit older than me. I like to consider myself a little bit of a trophy wife over here. So just trying to do all the collagen things that way. And so whenever we have the younger set of kids, I was just like, it's not really fair to them to have older parents that aren't vivacious. We chose, because we did really grind the restaurant out for the first 5 years. That was our choice to, not have the younger kids, because the younger set ranges from 10 to 3. So 10, 8, 6, 3. And we keep very busy, of course. And so I just didn't want us to just fall, I don't know if I want to say victim to, we're getting older, we're not going to throw the ball outside with Oxley as much as we did with Bailey, just different things. And so we were really attracted to the products, to be honest. We just love the vitality, just everything. And we hadn't really been supplement people before. And now I just cannot believe, the energy, just on point, the allergies. And I know, Tracy, you did a great job at describing all of the products, but that definitely attracted us. We had no idea. We're just little babies in this network industry, and we love it. I mean, I cannot believe how much I love it. Obviously, we employ about 50 people through the restaurant. Like you said, we've owned it 15 years. It's steaks, seafood, chops, your standard, nice, fancy restaurant. It's actually been in our town for 40 years. So we had a reputation to uphold on, keeping it fine dining, fine casual dining, and kind of put our spin on it. But with those employees, those come challenges. And in this space, to be around uplifting people that are very positive and just people that want more. I don't know if any of you have spent any time in kitchens at restaurants. It is not always the most positive environment. I'm just going to say it's not always uplifting, and sometimes it's stressful, and it just it has a really interesting component to it. And you're tied to a physical location. You're tied to the hours that it really does for you. And so we were attracted to this model. And 15 years ago, when we got in the restaurant industry, no one came and said, hey, let me show you how to do this. Like Joe said, his background is in sales of cars for the most part. And mine, I actually have my teaching degree and nursing degree. And so, yes, service to others. However, had no experience in the restaurant industry. I'd served a little bit. in college, of course, who doesn't? And it was just really attractive to see this model where these people want to hold their hand down to help you, and we got to see Daniel's heart, of course, and as much like a lot of you on here have seen the power that he, comes with, and just his powerful background, like Mary mentioned so eloquently, there it discriminates against no one. So as though we would like for everyone to own their own restaurant and we'll show you the way, that's not always going to be feasible for everyone. Like you said, Lance, you were looking at all these opportunities. Man, that costs money. That costs money. We got the opportunity to buy a scooters a few years back, and just go through a few numbers here. They wanted $300,000 liquid cash. That means, like cash you can put on the counter in $100 bills, and $1 million in assets. And so that's a challenge. This is a franchise for the smallest portion, and the self-development that comes with it. I mean, it really is. Kim has said it, and we've heard it a couple different times. A lot of people say it in this industry, and it couldn't be more true. It's really a personal development plan with a compensation plan attached. Absolutely. And I thought that I had like really good ideas before I got in network marketing. And now I'm just like, oh my goodness, the level of how can I get to helping more people? How can I do more? What else can I do? How can I give more? How can I be more? And this vehicle is just unbelievable to do that. It's like, where am I at versus where I want to be? And the why, we'll worry about the how later, because the why is driving us to be able to do more for our community, be able to help more people, be successful in whatever area, that they want, self-development, financial, looks, all of it, it's all here, right here for them. And we're ready to help. We're ready to run.
Thank you, Joe and Emily. You're going to be rock stars. I know it.
Thanks, Joe, Emily. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Dr. Curtis. We really appreciate it. And we appreciate everyone jumping on tonight. It was a fantastic call. And get back to the person that invited you. Get the details. Take a serious look at this thing, because it changed our lives, and I know it can change yours. So take care, everybody. Thank you.
Have a good night.
Have a great night.